Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy HenDog, and this is the HenDog Half. It is June 12th, Sunday, and it is 3:51 in the morning. I am here on location, live. Let's go to the gym. And this is the episode today. We are recording live from the gym, the weight room. What is going on? I am sitting in between two squat machines. There is nobody here, which is great because I'm not invading anyone's privacy by going on video here. That's why I came here at 3 o'clock in the morning. And you're killing two birds with one stone because unfortunately, I have to go to night shift this week. So I thought, hey, why not record the YouTube show podcast here in the gym at 3 in the morning? Chill, get a workout in, and show this YouTube show here what I do in the gym. My history in the gym has been long. I joined my first gym when I was 15 years old. But before that, I had hand-me-down sand weights from one of my friends who was weightlifting at a very young age. He handed down his sand weights to me and a bench press with a couple of bars, and I started working out in my basement of my apartment building where I grew up. We had listened to music, I was bumping Tupac there, and I was working out by myself, getting a sweat on. And this is my first year of doing wrestling in 10th grade. So I wanted to look good in the singlet, and especially as a chubby kid, you're insecure when you're wearing a tank top in front of the whole school. So I thought, hey, let me build up my arms, let me build up my shoulders. That and just from watching professional wrestling my whole life as a little kid, you know what a big physique is when you watch 80s wrestling. So I was really into the whole physique thing when I was young and working out. Then throughout the years, I became a member of Sports Set, a gym in my hometown, Rockville Center, New York, where I grew up. I've always walked by there because my parents would always take me to church, and we'd always walk to church on Sundays. We'd always walk by Sports Set. I never really knew what it was until I was 15 years old, and I would ride my bike there. And I think at the time it was maybe $20 a month for a membership there. Sports Set is one of the greatest places I've ever been to. It always brings back awesome memories when I'm driving by, and I'm so glad that it's still open, that it survived the pandemic. Actually, one kid that I went to high school with runs the gym now, which is great. I shout outs to Dennison over at Sports Set. So it was a great time going to Sports Set. And then when I moved out of Oceanside, I went to the Marino Center at Northeastern, and that gym is excellent. There's a picture of it right now. It's a beautiful facade, 3 floors, inside track, awesome weight room, humongous cardio room, basketball courts. I think towards the end of my senior year, they had an indoor hockey court in there. It was nuts. That gym is just one of the coolest gyms I've ever been to. Every gym I've been to is always the coolest place because this is my sanctuary. I feel the safest here. And, a lot of people get intimidated by the gym, get intimidated by weightlifting dudes, get intimidated by which could be toxic masculinity in a gym scenario. But anyone that goes to the gym all the time knows that most of the people in the gym are some of the coolest, some of the happiest people in the world because they're getting their workouts and they're getting that sweat out. They're getting those toxins out. They're getting those serotonin and those dopamine head rushes with doing sets and doing different exercises and, testing themselves on the cardio machines. The gym is a sanctuary. Everybody should feel safe here. And, it's a place where I've always humbled my ego. My ego is non-existent when it comes to this gym, when it comes to my jiu-jitsu gym, Gentle Art Dojo, or even when it was Florian's gym back in Brookline in Boston, Massachusetts, when I trained there with Kenny Florian, the UFC fighter, and his brother Keith, who were in a great gym over there. I've always humbled myself in the gym because I know what it is to work out. It's hard. And if you're going to sit here and try to hurt yourself, trying to lift too much weight, trying to do bad form, trying to have bad technique, it's going to be a bad time. So you have to humble your ego. And look at me. I go to the gym 3 to 4 days a week. I call myself a weekend warrior. When I was younger, I used to go a lot more. But, my belly is a little big. My chest is a little big, but that doesn't intimidate me at all. I still go to the gym and I'm still working out with these big dudes, weightlifting dudes that are slamming the weights all over the place, girls that have awesome physiques, 6-packs, 8-packs. A lot of it's physique and a lot of it's cosmetic when you come to the gym. Me personally, no. For me, it's all health. I'm not going to tell you that once upon a time I wasn't concentrating on having big biceps, having big triceps, having big shoulders to impress, the opposite sex, to impress, people that I went to school with. But that is long gone, probably like before I was 21, because a place like the gym humbles you and it makes you realize that hard work does lead to results. The glorious house of gains, as my man Robert Frank says, it is the glorious house of gains, because whether it's losing weight, whether it's looking a little bit bigger, whether it's looking a little toner, whether it's just feeling good by walking the treadmill for 20 minutes and getting a little sweat there, it is always a great thing to get your exercise in, and it is one of the best experiences that you could get. And if you are a regular gym person, you know what it is. And it's also finding what you like. You don't have to be in the weight room in here with me. You don't have to be in the jiu-jitsu gym, over there getting rolling around with dudes on the floor. There's so many cool gyms. There's yoga, there's spin classes, there's like the Peloton that you could do at home. It's all about the exercise at the end of the day and getting that workout in and getting that euphoria of what it is to get the head rush of making your heart beat a little faster, getting that sweat to trickle down a little bit on your forehead. It's a great thing, and I think it's good for everyone. Me, I've talked about this before. I do suffer from mental illness. I get really depressed sometimes, and sometimes, that leads to maybe drinking too much or something like that. But anytime I find a wayward way, when I'm off the path, I always find my way back to the gym. I always find my way back to the psychologist. I always find my way back to talking to friends. But one of the big things besides talking to friends and having those allies on your side and having a psychologist and a professional being able to give you that advice, for me, one of the best things is just getting into the gym, stopping drinking, getting off the couch and getting a sweat on. And obviously, it's not the only thing. There's a lot of medications and stuff you could take for clinical depression. But for me, the gym is one of the best antidepressants I could have, whether it's getting 10 rolls in at jiu-jitsu, whether it's doing the bench press here, whether it's getting a cardio workout in when my knees are healthy. It's always a great time in the gym for me personally. And if it's something you never explored, in your path of mental health, it might be something you want to try out, whether it's even just taking a hike somewhere outside, getting that exercise on, getting that heartbeat going, because that's some of the best ways to get all those good serotonins, all those good dopamine rushes in your head, instead of just sitting on the couch and sleeping. And I know sometimes that depression can keep you in bed and can keep you sad and can keep your thoughts going at a bad pace. I always say I never stop thinking. I am always, these cogs and wheels are always turning in here, and sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it could spiral really, really bad. But if I find my way back to the gym, I get into a mentality of working out, of concentrating on my technique and concentrating on how many sets I'm doing, how many repetitions I'm doing, what part of the body I'm working out that week. So the gym is very, very important to me. And that is why we are doing this episode today of the HenDog Half on location. And since we are starting this show here at the gym, I have to say that we are sponsored in part by Dunkin' Donuts. Hey, when it's 4 a.m. and you're getting your workout and you have to get your energy juice in, and 24-hour Dunkin' Donuts are a lifesaver, especially if you're working out, especially if you're a night shifter and you're getting into the gym a little later in the night. And some of these 24-hour gyms are bomb. Going back to the gyms I was a member of, we were the Marino Center as a Northeastern student. Then I went to Boston Sports Club. Boston Sports Club was only open till 10 o'clock, but at that time I was still doing some day shifts, and I would just get into the gym early morning as soon as I got out of work. And then I went on to Anytime Fitness. Anytime Fitness is all over the country. Your little pass can get you into every gym in the country. That's Anytime Fitness. I actually worked out in Los Angeles, got a good workout in after a bad night of drinking. I needed to sweat out all those toxins to enjoy the rest of the vacation, and I went to an Anytime Fitness in LA. Anytime Fitness over here in Melrose, Massachusetts, and Tingsboro, Massachusetts. Great gyms. Those are 24-hour gyms Planet Fitness. I was a member at Planet Fitness for about 3 years. Great 24-hour gym, very, very clean. The one thing I really didn't like is they don't have barbells, but I'm not really using a lot of barbells anyway. A lot of wire machines. Planet Fitness is the place you want to go to if you are just a normal person that just wants to get a good solid workout. And there's so many resources there. They have free training. Planet Fitness is actually I love that gym. I love that company and their whole foresight about how to get the normal person in there, because a lot of people can't go to these Olympic style weightlifting gyms where dudes are slamming weights and dragging chains and looking like those Flex magazine dudes. Like, I love it, but the majority of people don't, and it's very intimidating. Planet Fitness is one of those not even alternative gyms. It's one of those great gyms that you can go to, and I'm not getting paid by any of these gyms to talk about them here. So it's just knowing my experience and loving that philosophy that they have at Planet Fitness. But we're starting off here. I like to always start off at the gym with a good warm-up. My warm-ups always consist of, they call them plyometric exercises or calisthenics, not really jumping jacks and push-ups. But what I like to do start off is usually pull-ups. Right now, I am performing poorly with pull-ups, so I'm only able to get like 1 or 2 up. But then from the pull-up, I like to do the leg lifts. And here I am demonstrating the leg lifts. You hang from the bar, which is really good for your shoulders. I always feel like that's a really good stretch for your shoulders. A shoulder is a very big joint with bones, ligaments, and muscles, and you want to stretch those out. And one of the best ways I like to do it is by hanging. And then from there, you got the leg lifts. We're doing that right now, right there. You have to keep your legs straight as you can. My bad knees are kind of costing me my technique a little bit, and I just started doing these exercises again when I got back into the weight room after these knee injuries, and I haven't been to jiu-jitsu. I haven't done these in a few years, and I just started doing them like 4 months ago when I first started coming back to the regular gym. So I always talk about that. It's always like the regular gym, like which I call the weight room, where all the cardio machines are, and like your typical like Planet Fitness style gym. But then there's also the jiu-jitsu gym, and it could be your yoga studio, it could be your spin studio, it could be your personal fitness where you just go by yourself to a personal fitness trainer, or maybe you train in groups. Whatever that type of gym is, everyone has their type, but I always call the weight room the regular gym. And from here, this warm-up, I always like to add the opposite side. So you're doing abs when you're doing those leg lifts. And then from here, I like to do the planks. Planks is an exercise that I embraced when I hurt my lower back. I think the first time I did it was like 2005, 2006, when I was still in college. I hurt myself doing bad technique in the gym, doing military presses, and I destroyed my lower back. And that was the first time I hurt my back. And then I got taught by a physical therapist that planks are very, very good for your core, and your core includes your lower back. And I embraced the plank, both this one right here, the straight plank, and then from there I do the side plank, which is your one elbow down and trying to keep your body straight. The best thing about the position when you're doing the plank is trying to keep your butt under your shoulders and trying to not be like curved, but trying to keep it as straight as possible, but keep your butt a little bit lower than your shoulders. That's what I've always been told that is the best technique, and that is the best way I have trained my lower back. Luckily, thanking God that I haven't hurt my lower back in about like 4 years now, and I'm very grateful for that. And then from there, we start doing the lifts. And the lifts are the best parts of the gym because that's where I get my biggest head rushes besides a good cardio workout. And also with the warm-up, what I like to add in is if I'm doing a cardio workout, or especially if I'm like going for a hike and stuff, I like to stretch out a good deep stretch, like a good 20-minute stretch. And I encompass a lot of yoga stretches, whether it's the downward dog, whether it's the resting position, like sitting on your ankles. There's a lot of great yoga poses that give a good stretch for your legs, for your back, for your core, for your shoulders, for your arms. And I love getting those deep yoga stretches in. DDP Yoga, I have the DVD. I went to Sweat and Soul Yoga. Shout outs to Megan, who was my teacher over there, who has a great TikTok and Instagram following. She was awesome, and I always appreciated all the knowledge that she gave me in the years that I was doing yoga and spin with her. I've had a lot of great coaches through my life, and I embraced all the knowledge that they have given me, whether it was my jiu-jitsu coaches, whether it was a yoga teacher, whether it was the random spin teachers at class that were yelling at you and was saying, 1, 2, 1, 2, let's do it. That's why I want to see what the Peloton's all about, because I see these commercials and I'm like, yo, that's right up my alley when it comes to like cheering on stuff. So I love those workouts, and that is a great warm-up, the deep yoga stretches for cardio. And now we move on to the weightlifting part of going to the gym. What I do is I go to the gym and I usually concentrate on one body part every session that I go to. I have a chest day, I have an arm day, I have a back day, I have a shoulder day, and I have a leg day. And I'm not saying I work those out every week. Oh, no. I wish I had, not even I had the time. I wish I had the work ethic to be in the gym and work those out every week, but I don't. I usually come in, I try to get in whatever workout, and I'm really good at keeping records of my last workout, so I make sure that I'm working out everything. And sometimes there's 2 or 3 weeks in between that I don't even get into the weight room, and I'll be doing jujitsu, or I'm working out, I'm doing like cardio workouts, like maybe like running outside on the street. So weightlifting is an important thing, but I'm not going to tell you in this video that I'm like, bench pressing and doing squats every day, but I'm not. But some of my favorite exercises that I like to do that I'm going to talk about to you today is, number one, the first one is the bench press. The bench press is the most basic exercise most people know how, and most people have sat on a bench press, and if you haven't, that's cool too. If you've probably seen it, whether it be on television or when you walk to the gym and maybe you're not lifting weights and you're doing cardio, you'll see someone always working out on the bench press. Me personally, right here, I like to use the barbells. Always lift with your legs when you're bringing up the weight, and then you sit back, and then you use your legs to bring the weights back. Always trying to keep your backs as straight as you can, and never try to lift that lower back off the bench. I know you'll see some Olympic dudes doing that in competition. Different in competition when you're just a regular person. When you're just a regular person like myself, liking to work out, you don't want to stress out that lower back too much. So you keep it straight, and you're coming up with the sets. You're coming up with the repetitions, Here we go. 1, I think we're probably up in like 8 or 9 here. And you want to keep a good form. You want to come down. You want to almost touch your chest with the weight. If you can't go all the way, maybe you don't have an inflexible shoulder, or you have an injured shoulder, an injured chest, you don't have to go down all the way. Me personally, I like barbells because barbells allow you to isolate each arm. I'm right now here, I am showing you a video of what the regular barbell bench press is. I like the dumbbells. The dumbbells are the first one that I did. I like that the best. But the barbell bench press is also very, very good. It's just not my personal preference. I like to isolate it with the dumbbells, as I did here. So it's a great workout. It's one of my favorites, and the reason why I don't like to really do the barbell bench press is because the maxing out bench press, oh my God. And when I was in high school, I was obsessed with what my max press was. And that is such a bad mental to have. I'm not saying that you can't keep records and see how much you're gaining on the weights when you are like doing real good hard lifting workouts, but that max bench press is no good for anybody. It's awesome, if you could say you bench press 400 pounds, and I'm impressed. I'll be personally always impressed with you if you could have an awesome bench press. But at the end of the day, it's not sustainable to be max bench pressing all the time. Grab lighter weight, get a good technique, keep your back flat, and always get that good chest workout and build up to a max bench press. And I'm not saying doing a max bench press twice a year is a bad thing, just to see where you're at. Or if you're doing weightlifting competitions, that's all you care about. But if you have a good coach, I guarantee you're not maxing out every day, and you're not trying to stress out your muscles that bad. Small little tears in order to build up big muscles, not a big tear that's going to be permanent and you can't work out. The other exercises that we got is one of my other favorites. It's the military press. The military press is one of my favorites. I've been doing it since I was in high school. I still do it now. It's incorporated into my shoulder day. It is you could do heavy weights, but you could do light weights too, but it's all about technique so you don't hurt yourself. A lot of physical therapists will say that the military press is not good for your shoulders. I have to disagree. I'm not a professional, it's just my personal disagreement there. I think the shoulder military press is so good for your deltoids, for your traps, for your rhombus in the back, to build up those big muscles that keep those ligaments in place and keep those bones in place. So personally, I love the military press. The video just played of me doing that exercise here tonight. I actually worked out before this. I'm recording this video at the end. That way I got all the videos of me looking as best as I can, because right now I feel like I look like crap because I'm all sweated up and I'm drinking my coffee at 4 in the morning. But from there, the military press is one of my favorites. And then we move over to the squat leg day. Leg day is one of my favorite days. I am not I love to deadlift, I love to squat, but I am not one of those max squatters. I'm not doing 400 pounds. I'm maybe putting up like 140, 150 on the squats. Right now with my bad knees, I can't do those type of like very heavy squats and get down too low because my meniscuses are all messed up and my ACL is all blown out on my left side. So what I do is I do a variation that was taught to me once again by a physical therapist. We are doing the Bosu Ball, B-O-S-U, the Bosu Ball squats. It adds a little bit more of a balance. It makes you work out those little twitch muscles, those little muscles that you don't know that stabilize your legs and stabilize your knees. I like this workout, and I'm using a kettlebell here. I'm pushing forward and coming not all the way down, so I know I'm probably going to get criticized and hated on by maybe some one or two persons that I'm not going down all the way. That is because of my knees. You see both knee braces protecting my knees. But right now, this is only the third day I'm working out legs again since my acute knee injury to my right knee at jiu-jitsu. Right now I'm getting gains. You know, I was only able to do like 8 to 10 on my first day, and I do 15 tonight. Great workout. Squats are really good. Deadlifts are actually really good for your lower back, but we'll talk about that in another video. And one of the last exercises that I'm going to videotape for you guys here on the HenDog Half is my favorite. It is the body part that I love to work out the most in. It is the arms workouts, and I love the arm workout, honestly, because it's one of my more impressive looking parts of my own body. Everybody's got their favorite parts of their body that they like. I personally think my hair is awesome, and I like the way my arms look. Especially when I'm weightlifting, they always look the best. And the one place where I could get a bicep vein if I'm getting a good pump, or if I'm having a good week at the gym or jiu-jitsu, or if I'm dehydrated and I'm sucking weight for a jiu-jitsu tournament, my bicep vein always pops out. So I'm always proud of that part of my anatomy when it comes to working out. So here I'm doing the preacher curl. The preacher curl is, you could do it standing. I personally like it sitting, but this gym that I joined has the standing one, which is cool too. It's a great workout. This type of bar, you see that is bent. It is called the cambered bar. The cambered bar is good for isolating that bicep when you are making that curl up. Here we go. We're going up, down, down. Great workout. Love the preacher curls. And then from there, I usually move on. That's his arm day. I usually do triceps also on this day. But then I am going to talk about the isolated lateral curl. That is the side curl here. This is working out, once again, the biceps. I think this workout is more for the peaks. I am not a personal trainer. Like I said, I just have a love for the gym. But I know that little turn at the end, I've actually researched that before, and that is good for the peak for when you're flexing your bicep. I'm not sitting here saying I'm flexing my bicep, taking off my shirt or anything like that. But when you have when arm and they see that peak, you know, that is gained right here through this exercise, both the preacher curl and the isolated lateral bicep curl. I always call it curls for girls because I've called that since I think like 10th grade. One of my gym teachers said that to me, and I thought that was hilarious. So to this day, I'm 38 years old, and I'm like, yeah, curl for girls. But I love the isolated bicep workout. I love arm day. Like I said, it's my favorite part of my body, so that's what I like to work out the most. That's cosmetics, but you know, it's not even ego. It's just knowing the facts that I think my arms look a lot better than any part of the rest of my body. But from here, we're talking about the weights, we're talking about the exercise, we're talking about the dopamine and the serotonin rushes that you get from a rush at the workouts. And then you also got the cardio machines. Every gym has a cardio section. It's probably the place where most people work out, because a lot of people want to lose weight, and doing a cardio workout is one of the best ways to burn calories, because that's how you lose weight, is burning calories. It's the intake of the calories that you bring in when you're eating, and then how much you could burn, how many calories you could burn when you're at the regular gym doing cardio. And that's why you always see the cardio machines full, because everyone's trying to lose weight. And I understand that. I myself am a little heavy. Like I said at the beginning, my belly's a little big, my chest is a little big, but still I love the cardio workouts. I just can't do cardio workouts now because of my knees and the injuries that I suffer from there. But overall, it's always a great workout to be doing it, and to always be able to do the get your heart rate up, get your lungs going, getting that blood pumping, and the cardio section. I love the cardio. I love running. I used to do 5 miles on the treadmill, but in recent times, because of my knees, I just have to take it easy. One day I'll be back running, I'll be back hiking, I'll be back doing the assault bike. The assault bike is a great cardio workout, but we'll get there soon. One more time. One of the most important things that I love about the gym, even sometimes better than the workout, is the music that you listen to while you're at the gym. I was given that advice when I was very young at Sports Set that I spoke about earlier in Rockville Center, New York. I was working out and someone told me, hey, why aren't you wearing earphones? You love listening to music, because everybody knew, anyone I went to high school with knew that if I was walking to school, if I was riding my bike to school, I always had my earphones on. I always had those big Iowa earphones. But I didn't wear them at the gym when I first went, just because, once again, I just wasn't sure of myself, of what I was doing when I first got to the gym when I was 15 years old. But music is so important to me personally when I'm in the gym. I'll forget my earphones, go to the gym, and go back home, pick up my earphones, and come back, because I feel like I can't get a good workout in if I'm not listening to music. Music gets you into the zone. It makes your heart beat faster. That is scientifically proven, that if you're listening to a song with a good beat, you will feel your pulse go a little faster and match that beat. It's the human way of interpreting music. We always listen to the beat, because the most simplest beat is your heartbeat. And that is the tempo of whatever you're doing in life, whether it's going up the stairs, whether it's being scared, whether it is seeing that girl or boy you have a crush on, and your heart starts fluttering a little bit. It's your heartbeat is so important, along with your breathing. And music is a very, very good way of raising that heart rate artificially. Some of my favorite music I love listening to, I got Mobb Deep. I love Give Up the Goods. The Shook Ones, that is New York 90s rap. It's very violent, but it gets me pumped up. Looking down the line, Eminem, Till I Collapse. One of the best intros, one of the best beats. I wish I could play these songs for you. Watch this Mobb Deep. It's not just Wu-Tang. Biggie Smalls. It's not just LL Cool J. I love, although they are my favorites, Lost Boys, featuring Cannabis. There's a lot of great rap songs, but I also really, really like listening to country music when I'm in the gym. Jason Aldean, Have a Party, Toby Keith, In the Eyes of the Red, White, and Blue. These songs are great, great tunes to hear in the gym to get you pumped up. Everybody has their own musical taste. I could talk about the history of listening to music in the gym. I started off with a Walkman when I was 15 years old, a Sony Walkman. I made mixtapes, the cardio mixtape, the weightlifting mixtape. Oh yeah, I had all the mixed cassette tapes I would make from my CDs, and I would listen at the gym. I moved on then to the Discman. I loved my Discman, although it would skip all the time. I used to love listening to CDs, especially burned CDs when the CDRWs became popular, like in the year 2000. I would burn my own mix CDs and I would put them in the Discman. And then from there, I went to the MP3 player, the Rio players. If you remember those little MP3 players that maybe had like 13, 14 songs, I would put a new mix of songs on there all the time. And then from there, in the early 2000s, we went to the iPod. The iPod had like 1,000 songs you could fit on there. And then you go to now what I am recording this video to. It is the iPhone. The iPhone now has 200 gigs of memory. I have everything now that I just put on shuffle, and I listen to it, and you can listen to all these songs that I've mentioned, whether it's Apple Music, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon Music. All these songs are available on all that because I have all those memberships, and I pay a buttload of money to get these subscriptions. But hey, that is the American way. It is the subscription life. But yes, music is very, very important in the gym, and to me, it's very important. And I think to most people, you'll see them rocking earphones, being in their own zone. And that is what the earphones are. It is your own zone of music. And that's where you should be in order to get a great, great workout in. And finally, so we're gonna be concluding this video very, very soon, but when I am here at the gym, it is one of my favorite places on the world. I know I've said that like 400 times in this video now, but when it comes to just getting that exercise in, getting that sweat in, making your heart beat faster, whether it's lifting weights, whether it's running the treadmill, whether it's doing the machines and doing the Smith machines and doing the pull machines and the lat pull downs, or the chest butterfly machine or the squat machines. There's so many awesome exercises you could do at any gym you go to. And I know that wherever town you're living, whatever country you're living in, there's a gymnasium somewhere where you can get a workout in. And if you can't get a workout there, you're at it. You don't have to pay the $40 to be a member at a gym. There's a lot of just great exercises, and it could just be exercises that you just do for yourself. Walking your dog is a great exercise. Keep up, when your dog wants to walk faster, walk a little faster. Make your heart beat a little faster. Make yourself sweat a little bit more. Maybe go up that hill in your town, that road that goes really uphill. Walk your dog up there. Your dog will appreciate it. And if you're not walking your dog, maybe you're walking your cat. I don't know. Whatever you're doing, there's exercise everywhere, and exercise is so important no matter where you are in life, whether you're a 15-year-old kid like me playing soccer and being on the wrestling team, or you're a 90-year-old senior citizen, 90 years young. I've seen you at Planet Fitness, and I'm so proud of you. I think like sometimes it's even like nursing home buses that come to Planet Fitness, and I see them working out. Oh my God, I love it so much, because that is how you stay alive, by moving forward. If you're standing still, you're dying. If you're moving forward, you are growing and you are getting new experiences. Whether you're 15 years old, whether you're 38 years old, or whether you're 90 years old, traveling with the senior citizen bus to the Planet Fitness. And I love every single one of you guys for getting workouts in. I love every single one of you guys anyway. My name is Danny HenDog. This is the HenDog Half on location, episode 5. We're going to conclude it here. It is 4:32 in the morning, and I just got a great workout in. I'm happy that I'm here in the gym alone. So actually, there's one person here now. Once again, all friendly. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, YouTube protocol, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And my name is Danny HenDog. I want you to stay blessed. I want you to drink your water. Remember, always drink your water. And enjoy your time with your loved ones, with whoever's making you happy today, okay? Be good. Peace.